This is Fox Business Prime Time.
Picture this, an industry that's growing and generating billions of dollars into the government. And what else? A desire for more taxes. I'm talking about an internet and sales tax for online purchases. Here with more is Patrick Byrne, CEO of O.co, also known as Overstock.com. It's part of our special network series, The Government is Killing My Business. Patrick, I know when you hear internet taxes, you know the government's killing your business.
Yeah, and it's really the government is responding to a very powerful lobbying effort from some brick and mortars, primarily Target and Walmart, all under the guise of fairness. But this is really about they want to try to eliminate. Our business model has an advantage over theirs. It's like somebody in the buggy whip business probably wanted to level the playing field with these newfangled car manufacturers. So we got these strong lobbying efforts by big brick and mortar stores to get the government to impose a tax where it's never been constitutional before.
Because those are strange allies, right? Walmart and the Obama administration don't normally go together in the same sentence and not in a favorable ways. Is there something else besides that could be driving this? In other words, just a desperation for money any way they can get it.
Yeah, but it's certainly consistent with the direction that our government in this country, state and federal, have been heading. They say they want more money. There's some pretty good studies already that show raising an internet tax doesn't actually increase the amount of revenue they're getting. But it's certainly consistent with their vision that the only thing wrong with America is not having enough government mandarins, and then what they need to do is, I'm sorry, I don't feel sorry for any state, because any state in the country can balance its budget tomorrow. If they adopted school choice and let 20 to 25% of kids leave with a voucher for half the price that the states are spending, $14,000 spending on individuals, if 20 to 25% of kids took that deal, every state budget gets balanced tomorrow. Yet the states are doing things like in California, they're letting prisoners out of prison rather than give children a choice about where they go to school, which would save them an immense amount of money.
You're absolutely right. One thing that we hear on this show and on this network a lot are businesses that that are almost helpless. In other words, if you don't have the muscle of the Targets and the Walmarts of the world, then you become fair game in this battle. What can you do to fight back?
Well, it is absolutely true this country's has become an oligarchy. When you make the step from being a republic to an oligarchy, the moment you decide that some economic agents in society are too big to fail and too big to jail, you've basically decided we're an oligarchy. Small businesses, we got to understand we're not just fighting some government officials who are not thinking right. We're fighting other powerful government officials, corporate officials with large lobbying efforts who are turning the government officials into hand puppets. This is really just big companies using the government to suppress small companies.
Well, you know what?
And what can you do as a little company? You can write your senator. You can make clear what's happening. You can move to states. You can move to a state where they don't do this. Ultimately, as I think Lenin said, people vote with their feet. And as they take these, they're taking on policies that are really quite oppressive to the small business, right. And they should just move to states like Indiana or Utah, where we appreciate small businesses. And that's ultimately how it's going to play out.
Well, I got to tell you, you have been a tremendous spokesperson for small businesses. So in addition to all those things, they're lucky to have you. Patrick Byrne, thanks a lot. We appreciate your time.
Always a pleasure, Charles.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And for more on our special